Hello, I am Goonpunk. This video is just a quick introduction to who I am. I will make a more developed version in the future, but I am making this video to give a brief introduction of myself and test out some of YouTube's features. This channel has been around since I was a kid. I think I started this channel when I was 12 or 13, and I used to make cartoons with literally just my mouse on a shitty laptop, but here I am now. I plan to make this channel about my I've transitioned from just a doodle person to learning to make erotic art. That's a hell of a transition, and that's a hell of an escalation. But yes, I am a gooner art artist, if you want to call it that, and I also want to use that to not only display my art, but to tell adult themed stories from my boring but also semi-charmed life that I think a lot of other adults or people entering that world may relate to. A lot of things that a lot of serious but also very usually unspoken matters and dilemmas that a lot of men, young men especially, have to go through, but are too chicken shit to say anything because society constantly urges them to suppress. There's also some things that people might be a little too embarrassed to open up about, but I don't have much of anything to lose. So I am going to take this opportunity to broadcast some of that and share some of that. But I want to use my art to illustrate these stories and give a better idea of what I'm talking about. I hope that I can entertain. I've always thought about, how will I start making YouTube videos? I've always wanted to make YouTube videos as a child, and I kind of stopped once I got older, but I'm starting to see that it's a very nice way to experience visual media, and I'd like to be a part of that. I've always wondered what will I make stories about. I've always wondered, like, if I make a cartoon series, and here I am actually thinking about making more of a draw my life situation, and I think that's how I'll continue from here. I have various channels. I started with music, and I also have one that's kind of for just general uploads, but I wanted something more dedicated, more focused, and I think this is the direction I'll take. I've always been, here's a part that I'm not sure if I should really be so open about, but I've always been interested in adult media, adult erotic media to be more specific, and I recently started creating my own in that category on other platforms. I used to make art as Joy Maker, and now I changed my name to Gloonpunk to be a little less girly, let's put it that way. So but I also want this to be personal. I've had encounters and I've had events that might entertain people, but might actually help people learn about a side of the world that not many people are unlucky enough to experience. So I hope that this is something that people are entertained by, and I look forward to starting this project. It's been in my head for a while, and here I am doing it. Thank you.